Hi, I'm Nate Wakeford, your masculinity and mindset coach. Today I'm going to be talking about the cost of losing your masculine frame in high stakes negotiations. An internal frame of reference and an internal authority are the core components to developing masculine frame. An internal frame of authority means that you are the dominant creator of your own reality, means that you have a clear identity, a clear focus and path and direction, and that your decisions and actions are aligned with the manifestation of that intentional outcome that you've determined. The next component is having an internal frame of reference. And what that means is that you're not seeking validation, approval, or acceptance or love from something or someone external to you. When you are able to maintain your internal authority and internal frame of reference, even in stress, and you're able to do so in a way that's integrous, you become a powerful man. Now, you might begin to see why this is so important in business negotiations. When you have a strong sense of self, a strong identity, when you are not easily triggered, when you're able to maintain calmness, when you're able to respond in a strategic way, when you're able to ask clearly for what you want in a business dealing, and when you convey integrity and trust through the way that you communicate, you'll start to find that you do deals a lot more easily. And when you combine that with a subconscious alignment with your desired outcomes, it means that you won't sabotage or stall deals at a critical moment. Let me share with you an example of this, which is a story about one of my clients. When he came to me, he was about to lose his business a second time. His intellectual property was taken away from him previously, and he was in a legal battle around this. And ironically, he found himself in another deal, and this is some years later, again, where someone else had control over his intellectual property, and he was in a situation where he could have lost his business a second time. Combined with that, a friend was supplementing his income so he could take care of his family, and he was suffering from some health challenges. But what ended up happening was something quite miraculous. After our very first coaching session, someone offered him $200,000 for a very small percentage of his business. That immediately solved his impending financial distress. Now he's been working with me for close to a year now, and over that period of time, profound and dramatic changes have taken place. So he got his business back. He owns 50% of it, including the IP. He brought in the $200,000 that I just mentioned. He was able to ask as part of the settlement of the deal that he's working on, and this is a huge deal. This is somewhere between 1.2 and 1.5 billion, because it's a number of different site locations. His particular business relates to the development of sites for entertainment. He has got approval from 11 banks offering him around $400 million for the first site, and it's likely that will continue for all the sites. So this is, again, pre-approval for something like $1.2 to $1.5 billion, depending on each site. I won't go into the specifics of what this is about, but it was childhood traumas. He was attempting to gain love from a parent that was not available at the time by him sabotaging the deals that he was involved in a futile attempt to win his father's love, because by him not allowing him success, by him essentially disappointing his father, he would hope his father would come in and love him where he didn't before. This sort of thing is very common, that what we didn't receive in our childhood, we attempt to gain as adults. Once he resolved this, it's been quite remarkable, as I've mentioned, some of the results that were coming to him. Now, I'm not claiming this level of success will happen for everyone. I'm simply saying at your specific level, it's quite probable that if you found yourself at a glass ceiling, if you find yourself sabotaging deals, if you find repeating patterns that are not moving in the direction of which you desire, if you're experiencing obstructions, resistance, lack of motivation, these sort of things, often they're symptomatic of subconscious blocks that are preventing the success that you desire. And that by resolving them, all your effort, your endeavor that you've been pushing away often begins to come back to you. And like I mentioned before, when you combine that with the masculine frame for becoming more dominant, assertive, asking for what you want, becoming more confident in yourself, taking care of your physical, emotional, spiritual, mental needs as a foundation. You start to build up this magnetic energy, you start to build up consistency and momentum, and you start to quickly find yourself in a position of thriving that for perhaps even many years you might have pushed away from yourself. So if this sounds interesting to you, I strongly encourage you to reach out to me via the details in the captions below this video. And perhaps we can jump on an alignment call. I'll find out if there is any subconscious obstruction, any childhood traumas that might be working against you in your current endeavors. So I do encourage you to reach out to me. This could be the catalyst that brings you into a heightened trajectory of success that previously has eluded you. Thanks so much for watching this video. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.